I can a little better. This is Rio for Life, Kim D. And in case you didn't know, Rio stands for Rock It Out. Rock It Out for Life. That's kind of my thing. I'm going to turn this light on, see if I can improve my lighting here. Oh, yeah, that's a little better. I have a ring light, but I just haven't put it up here yet. Oh, got all kinds of loose hairs all over from being out on the pontoon. Ooh. And yes, I got some more color. You got, see? Oh, look at that. I absolutely got some color. Yay. Oh, yeah. Vitamin D. I have to take weekly tablets because I'm deficient in it. So, enjoying every chance I can to get out into the sunlight. Let's see. Here is the Sunday recap. Wow. It's been a busy week. A lot of family, a lot of people, a lot of events, a lot of pacing myself. Um, and then we had the funeral that we went to. Cool. All kinds of things. Oh, marching yesterday. Oh, it was terrible. It was, you could not see. My fingers were all pruny. I could barely hold my flute. I've got some pictures of it on my community page, and I'm just waiting for a couple of the videos because there were people doing video of us playing while we were marching. There was only four of us and the two people with the banner holding the banner. And so we had a sousaphone, a trumpet, a French horn, and me and my flute. I'm going to learn how to do snare drum for next year. I'll played snare and tom tom and bass periodically in high school, just filling in as needed during marching band. But I never played regularly, so I don't really have a lot of talent. Maybe I do. Anyways, I have a practice pad, so I will continue to practice learning how to do cadence, and then maybe I'll just carry my flute, and when it comes time to play, I'll stop doing the drum and play the instrument. Because when you're a small marching band, ugh, I'm the only woodwind. I either have to recruit more people for next year for alumni band or figure a way to just make it a little more, a little louder. It's a blast though. But this, normally we're like at the almost the end of the parade, and the high school band is right behind the sheriff and all the emergency vehicles. But the kids weren't getting off the bus. They were, bad weather, I understand, but we kind of still were calling them a wuss through the windows, going, yeah, wuss, get out of the bus. But safety first, we get it. And there was thunder and lightning. And yeah, if they didn't need to be in harm's way, stay on the bus. But then we got to be in the front. And so it was awesome. It was so cool. Uh, I did. I was completely drenched though. I had to wait about 25 minutes. My daughter was headed over to Keewatin for the picnic, but inside because of the rain. So she had to bring me clothes because, oh yeah, it was intense. Loved it though. It's so much fun to be an active part of our alumni marching band. It's it's a thing I'd travel back when I lived in Denver. I'd travel up here just for 4th of July to march in these two parades. Now, back then, we had a little bit of bigger crew. I think we had anywhere from 15 to 18. I mean, we had a good sized little alumni band. But it started dwindling, and then COVID happened. And so we're just now starting to rebuild. And now that I'm rebuilding me a little, maybe I'll step up a little and try and get more people involved. Find a way to help them be involved. Um, yeah, we're a marching band, but damn it, I'll pull people in a vehicle behind us. We'll figure it all out. Maybe include alumni majorettes or pom poms. We'll just some way to help those that have graduated. And maybe that's the only thing they not ever did in their life, but felt proud of or felt a part of something. So if we could increase some of the alumni presence within our parades in Nashwauk and Keewatin, that might really, really help a lot of us as individuals staying connected throughout the year. Yeah, we don't have to get together monthly. We don't even have to practice quarterly. We can utilize Facebook and we can utilize the fact we run into each other in different ways and let someone know it's more than just showing up on the 4th of July. That we're there for you, even the middle of the year. Maybe we're geeky marching band alumni, but darn it, it's a kick. It's just a kick. Especially when you used to do competitive marching band and marching like 2 mile parades over in Bemidji and Brainerd. Oh my goodness, those were killer. These are just local, like not even 12 blocks. And then Keewatin, I think, is only 5. Yeah. But what it gives for the community, you see it, you feel it while you're out there in the middle of the street. It's it's just an amazing little small town thing. So there's my recap of the 4th. Had a great rebound with every little personal thing that happened with my family and with them learning to communicate and me learning to communicate with them. We're all getting older. My mom's 81, my 3 brothers, 3 years younger than me, and I'm 61. I'm not doing much math today. So, but he's feeling it. He's been retired for a year now. And yeah, doesn't know what he wants to do, really, if anything, and has feelings about not wanting to do anything because he sees me out here just trying to do everything. And it's interesting the two different personalities and situations at play. And I love the fact that we can communicate and talk about different little things. And sometimes it can dampen my spirits to where I kind of think I'm not being supported. But I also have to realize it's him giving his opinion about something from his point of view and his station in life and his experiences. And they might not have the same needs or the same awareness of what I'm trying to express. So it's kind of fun learning and growing together about things we're doing with our current lives. We're not kids. We are, approaching that elderly. I already have. So it's kind of cool recognizing the relationship for who and what we are now and embrace the fact that the past is just that. Those are our building blocks that got us here. Okay, so we talked about that. Small town, the flotilla. It's almost done uploading. And I think it's got about 40 minutes left. It's a 50-minute video of the flotilla parade out on the lake that we were in this morning. I'm excited for you to see it. It's just cool. It was on my bucket list. I've always been on the dock watching the boats go around into the lake. And this was my first time participating and seeing all the activity that happens within all of the boating community. My grandson said he's 14 and not from here and visits from Denver. He said, there's not any real rules in this flotilla, is there? And I said, well, actually, the only real rule is you see the the big American flag, the big boat with that, they're the one that starts off the flotilla. You don't go in front of them, you stay behind them. They're going to lead you around the lake. Other than that, as you can see, no, we don't have a lot of rules for the flotilla. We have a lot of moving in and out. We don't always stay in our lane. Lots of water gun fights and all kinds of other chaos that ensues. And then everybody seems to meet over by the sandbar and they put all the pontoon boats in a circle around the sandbar. All the kids and adults, so many people get out and then they start playing frisbees and they have these PVC pipes poles that they put into the sandbar and they have like an empty beer can or soda can and you're throwing a frisbee to try and knock it off of the pipe. And if you do, they pick it up and everybody is, I don't know, it's so different. It's so cool. But all these families, this is like their block party because they all live on the lake. And so it was neat to be a part of their block party. And one of the pontoons has a double decker and a slide. A couple of them have their barbecue grills attached to the side of the pontoon. And so they're out there doing the barbecuing and you see people walking on the sandbar, handing different dishes between the different boats. And I'm just sitting here going, oh, this is so wicked cool. Next time we're going to have to maybe join in on that. But this was a bucket list and the first time, so it was fun to just watch. And once that video is uploaded for the flotilla, you'll be able to watch 50 minutes of it. We were out on the water for another half hour after I stopped recording. So, yeah, pretty intense, fun, relaxing. The colors in the video are just outstanding. The blues and the greens and the way the water and the motion all fits together. It was just wild. Uh, like I said, it was a bucket list item. And for some people, that might not seem like a big deal, but being in the flotilla, wicked cool for me. And I've done a lot of things. My bucket list has had ventures. I've been to an ICP concert. I've been on a cruise. Anything I want to do, I pretty much do it. Bucket list is like owning a washer and dryer. Did that. Um, Paying a car off. I did that. Uh, Now that I'm 61, it's kind of different. They're more low key bucket list items. Thank you very much. Hi. Um, is it Javier and Isabel? It's good to see you here. I'm just recapping my week. I've got a video loading of a flotilla that I was in this morning, which is a parade on water where you have boats and you have a lead boat, and that's everybody watches from the dock. And so it's kind of cool. And then I'm just recapping our 4th of July week. Next week is Jubilee. If all goes well, I'm going to have a float in the Jubilee. And so I'll be doing a live. I can't really live on the lake. Well, it's weird. There's no service when I'm on the dock, but in the middle of the lake, I have full service. So I could have done a live this morning. I just didn't know it. So maybe next time I'll go live on the pontoon. Now in town, I will absolutely have service. So I will be going live for the Jubilee Parade. And I'm starting a taxi company. And I need help. I need help getting the vehicles one at a time if I have to. But darn it, everybody's retired. We used to have 3 companies and now we have 0. Once 5:30 comes around, you got nothing until like 7 in the morning. So without your friends and family, you're kind of stranded. So I decided I want to do this. I don't want to be a driver. I got issues with my hands. It's getting harder to do certain things, but I can be a great boss and I can hire the right people to do this. And Just start off with a $10 a day owner draw and keep the profits in the business and help my community, help 25,000 people have a way to get around um, at night. So this is what I'm pushing. This is what I'm doing. Um, it's exciting. So that's how I'm recapping my week because ooh, this next week, ooh, I'll tell you about it tomorrow because I'm really working on staying in this moment. And this week's going to be a lot of work talking to people, making arrangements, hopefully signing contracts, getting a vehicle or three. Um, I want to do this right, but at the same time, if it wait another month, it waits another month. If it waits 2 months, 3 months, it's up to the community and how they're going to help me make this happen. So, yay. Oh, and then the dog treats. I have a cottage food license and I'm making dog treats. And so I'm going to have a stand in my front yard and just basically do it like an on your honor system. I have like 10 or 20 little things of dog treats in my little stand and a little box they can put the money in or a way that they could just electronically send it, either or. But one way or another, I'm going to get this taxi service going because I need it. I car share, and without a taxi service, I'm kind of stranded. I don't like that, not one little bit. And the people that I talk to, they support me doing it, but they don't think it's necessary. And these are people like my brother who have never had a transportation problem. Maybe a day or two because a vehicle's down or broke, but they're never had a problem getting a ride to where they needed to in the meantime, or insurance to pay for the rental. There's a lot of people, they're on disability or they got a DUI, they don't have a license. It don't matter the reason. Um, but they're just as worthy as needing to get somewhere as those that have the car. And so that's what I'm doing. And I'm not going to stop till I make it happen. Um, The one thing I can say in my life is I really have never failed because I look at things as oh well, and because I don't have as ifs. It's not a failure. It just didn't work out. But this is a 30-year plan. I want to be the owner. I don't need to operate. Oh, so anyways, once again, here I'm going too far into the future. Let's reel me back into right now. I've had an amazing week and it's given me the strength to move forward. But I don't want to get that into my head right now because it is Sunday and I want to relax and just enjoy the peacefulness of not having anything to do. That's hard for me. But right now, I don't have anything that I need to do. Go in and eat some food. And after that, yeah, nothing. Maybe catch up on some YouTube content with the people I subscribe to, work on a script for this next week. Not sure, but I can tell you one thing. I'm so grateful for what I've been doing with trying to keep up with some daily content to be more consistent, get more comfortable with having a slower pace when I speak. It's okay to be all passionate and energetic about something, but I have that tendency to be woo, where people will think I'm like on crack. And it's not. It's just I haven't learned how to modulate and balance. everything in my head as it comes out. I'm a verbal processor, so I am hearing and recording and seeing everything as it's happening with my episodic memory. So it's kind of surreal. But the things as they happen, to know the majority of the experience is always going to be there in one form or another. Hello, Ian. How are you? It's wonderful to see you. The newness of all of this will eventually wear off, and it'll just seem like old hat to come on in and chat with you and talk about an issue or a problem, or even just doing a pre-done program with a script, so I don't ramble and go in circles so much. It's all well and good sometimes, but not all the time. I am that is one thing. I am so grateful. I am grateful for the family that I have and the friendships that I've been creating. The world outside of the Mormon church has been fascinating. Truly fascinating. In the beginning, everything was as evil as I had ever thought it would be. And then, and of course, COVID was happening at the same time, and the George Floyd stuff. I live in Minnesota, 3.5 hours north of Minneapolis, and all the political things going on at the same time that lost everything. It's kind of interesting to reflect on the past 6 years. And now I don't see the world as the evil, and I don't see anything with the labels that I had put on them. Most everything is pretty much, I see human. I just see a human being first. That's what each and every one of you are to me, is a human being. You don't need to be anything more than that. Not for me. Just being human. That's it. I'm hopeful that you have an amazing day. I'm working on a couple different episodes. One of them is about snatiation. I got to pronounce it right. It's what happens to some people if you eat too fast and you sneeze. And that it happens to me. If I eat too fast, I sneeze. And so the episode talks about how and why that came to be and how I manage it. And it is a helpful tool to remind me to slow down. But it's just interesting to have that condition just kind of happen. Little bit of Bell's palsy. Every now and then I've noticed in my pictures, I'll smile, and then this part, it just doesn't smile right the way it used to. It's like, ooh, that's something a little new. Tiny changes along the way as you age, and they'll come and go. It's just like with my hands and all the signs of rheumatoid arthritis, but no blood work. So the doctors say, you don't have it. I just deal with it. And that's why I'm here, is I wasn't able to do the things that I really wanted to do. Oh, can I greet your sauna gang? Oh my goodness, you have a sauna gang? No way. We love the sauna. Sauna. It's a sauna. Yeah, gotta have a sauna. Hot or cold, summer or winter. That is something I would like. Ah, now that, you know what? I have a pole in my backyard, electricity. There is a company that can bring one to your house and you rent it for the day. I should look into seeing how to build one of my own and put it in my backyard. I am German, actually. My last name is Heye, Heye. I am German. Maiden name was Liberton, which is Scottish and Irish. a little town southwest, 40 miles southwest of Edinburgh. The rest is Norwegian and Swede. I never did the 23andMe. It just genealogy wise, I know certain things, but the percentages of all of that, yeah, your guess is as good as mine. Oh, that reminds me. When I was, I think, 6 years old, we had these 45s, and they were how to teach you to speak German. So they would say a line, and then you would say it. And so the album would go, Guten Tag, Luisa. Wie geht's? Danke gut. Und dir? Prima. And the next one I always mess up, but it's Dessen das da driven. Dessen das da driven. It's Are you a friend of mine or something? I can't remember it exactly. But I was also lied to by an adult who told me Mito means milk in German and it doesn't. But that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's kind of it. That's it. But I'm a quick learner. So I remember all that from just being 6. So if I were immersed into the society, I would understand more than I would speak and be able to read more than I could write. And so it's unique. Spanish is the same way. I could sit in a room and follow a lot of stuff, but I, that contributing part, I struggle with English and contributing. Communication and me can kind of go sideways, but I am patient with myself and others because we don't always come at the same page or pace. But we're all here together right now, and that's what's important. Let me double check. Oh, it is just about time for me to get some food, which is important after being out on the boat. I had a lot of water. We had a little bit of a lunch, but it is time for real food. Um, can I ring the bell? I don't have a bell. Oh, wait. Oh, these are from India. Yes, I can ring the bell. I think I've had those for about 4 years. A friend of mine, they used to have the ribbon on them, the silk cord used to be pink, but I had it for about 2 years on my front porch hanging so I could hear it in the wind. And so it got all discolored. Um, but they're brass and they're just gorgeous. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 bells. I'm sure there's a story and meaning on how the bells are supposed to be or why. But I haven't looked that up yet. But I'm absolutely positive, or not. They could just be someone they got as they were leaving. Kind of like when you're leaving Juarez or Tijuana. There's stands and places and things you can get stuff that I don't know. Maybe they are worth something. I'll do a close up of the pictures so you can see them on my community page, and I'll do a nicer video of the sound. But it is time for me to go eat. The video is almost done of the flotilla, so go check that out. I'm really excited about it. And then after I have a little nap, I might be back. But if not, you absolutely will see me tomorrow. So remember, every breath is another chance and another choice.